Hello, hello, and welcome. Sure this thing is on today. All right. We are we're here. Welcome to our last session together for ST 310 Pharmacology for the Surgical Technologist. Tonight we have time allotted for your surveys. We have a cool little game. It's an escape room. We're going to try to escape through 3 rooms together. It's virtual, something we're going to try out. We have Quizlet, Kahoot, and I'm going to wrap it up and get you guys out of here. Really quick, no pressure, but everyone who has taken this 210 exam so far has passed with an A, and we even have a 100%. So for those of you who may be a little bit nervous, hopefully that kind of, boost up your confidence a little bit. So I was looking at the scores and I was like, oh, let me share that. So everyone that's taken that exam so far has scored an A, and we do have one that scored 100. Okay. With that, whew, again, just a reminder, the last day of the module is Saturday. So set yourselves up for success. Try not to schedule yourself to the point where you're not going to be able to have time. If that makes sense. So keep that in mind. And then your professionalism. So what I'm trying to do is, as you guys are finishing up your finals, I'm going to be completing them. And I'm trying to wait till you guys finish both finals. And I think I misspoke. You guys still have A's and B's. Hold on. I think I spoke for a different class. Just really quick. Okay, yeah. Everyone who's taken the 310 has scored A's and B's, high A's and B's. So you guys, no pressure, but trying to give you guys that confidence. But I will be doing your professionalism scores as you guys complete. It just makes it easier so that I can kind of add in your final score, kind of give you some extra boosts. And before we get out of here, I'm going to be kind of sharing my contact information just in case you guys need anything as you move forward. Okay. So this escape room, I've only done it once, and I'm going to try to do it again. We'll see how it works. Okay. Last time I did it, I forgot to clear the form. So when we were going through it, we had all the answers and it was just a whole lot of, trial and error. Okay. Now, again, we're doing this as a group. So it's not going to be anything like, you don't have to be stressed out or anything. But here we go. Welcome to your final ST 310 challenge. We're going to solve each pharmacology quiz or puzzle correctly to unlock the next step and hopefully escape the semester, okay, slash module. So here we go. Okay, now here's our first challenge. We're looking at the dosage dilemma. A patient requires 500 milligrams of a drug, but the available vial contains 250 milligrams. How many milliliters should be administered? Now, keep in mind, the patient requires 500, but the available vial is only 250. Ha ha! Let's type that in. Okay. Thank you, Miss Carmen. We're on to the next one. All right. Which drug does fentanyl belong to? So you'll notice here we're trying to figure out the drug classifications. What does the drug do in the actual body? How about I throw out some answers and then you guys say yes or no? I think that may be easier. Is it a analgesic? It's for pain, okay? Is it an opioid? I see Carmen shaking her head. I'm going to go ahead and type that in. Kyle said yes. Let's type it in and see what happens. I hope I spelled that right. Uh-oh. Think about use and pain. It's probably because I spelled it incorrectly. That's the other thing. If we don't spell it correctly, it's going to tell us we have to stay. We're trying to graduate this module. What in the world? Oh, okay. Hold on. Next. Fentanyl is an opioid. Wonder did I spell it incorrectly? Can someone check the spelling? Because fentanyl belongs to opioid. Okay, that is how I spelled it. I hate when I spell wrong. Okay, you guys, OPIOD. That is what I wrote. It's not going to let us get past it if I don't get it right, which means I probably spelled it incorrectly when I did it. Okay. Um, it should be, I have the answers right here. So it should be opioid, but you're asking the correct question. What I'm going to do really quick is go on the side and make sure I didn't mess up the go to forms. Again, this is like the second time I've done this, so let's see. Go back. You gotta love technology and how we go through. That is the correct answer. Huh. All right. I'm gonna end up sending you guys this so that you guys can kind of play with it because for some reason it doesn't want to act right for us here, which doesn't make sense. All right, so I'll just ask you the questions. Okay, what is the reversal agent for heparin? Do you guys remember? And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to see about trying to figure out what's going on. Quite close. How can I put it in another term? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a P. And you guys can look it up. You can look it up. You can use the internet, you can use your book, you can use anything that you have in your grasp. Because we're trying to, even though we are kind of locked in one room, we're going to still get out of this room. Okay. What is the reversal agent for heparin? Starts with a P. Yes. Protamine. All right. Okay. Now we get to the antidote mystery. Okay. We are asking the next question. Which type of anesthesia is commonly used for a C-section? Commonly used for a C-section. And if you've had one, you know exactly it is a local, but how is the local administered? Is it done IV? Is it done caudal? Is it done spinal? Is it done IM? How do we normally? Yes, it's spinal. All right. No question mark. You know it. Be confident with it. Okay. All right. Which agency is responsible for approving new medications in the United States? You have FDA, CDC, WHO, or NIH. Close, because that's the one everyone, yes, that's correct. It's the FDA. Okay. Which phase of clinical trials focuses on safety and determining side effects? We have 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yes. Yes. All right. Now the challenge is kind of testing our knowledge on proper technique. Okay. Which of the following is the correct method of administering an intramuscular injection? 45-degree, 90-degree, 15-degree, or 180-degree?
Gente, foi o que aconteceu aqui?
Close again. It's going to
Nalva,
actually be a
oi.
little bit
Por
more.
favor,
Oh, that's correct.
explica
Guys are
para
good.
aqui
Okay.
sobre
You guys are right.
aqui, por
No,
favor, que
don't
eu tô
change. Oh, you
ocupada.
guys can't hear me? Hold on. Let's see. I might have to mute one person. Okay. You guys, am I good now? Okay. Perfect. All right. What does the term parental administration refer to? Is it oral medications, medications injected into the body, topical, or suppositories? Which one is it? Yes, medications injected into the body. Man, this would have been cool if I got it working. But that's okay. This is a lesson learned. All right. The next room now is going into antibiotics. Which of the following is an example of a broad spectrum antibiotic? Penicillin, amoxicillin, tetracycline, or vancomycin? A, B, C, or D? So we're talking about a broad spectrum. So keep in mind when we're looking at, because we normally go straight to penicillin, but when we are thinking more broad, where we can hit a little bit more things, it's actually tetracycline. Okay. Just in case you see this concept coming up. All right. So tetracycline. What is the primary concern with overuse of antibiotics? Increased efficacy, meaning it's working great, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Yes, antibiotic resistance. I love this for you guys. All right, now we're getting into eye medications. Which of the following is commonly used to treat glaucoma? Okay, we have timolol, prednisone, lidocaine, or acetaminophen. Timolol, yes. Ooh, ooh, raise the roof. And this is our last question to get out of the escape module or escape the module. What is the purpose of using mydriatic agents in surgery? Okay, think about mydriatic agents. We're still talking about the eye. Is it to dilate the pupils, reduce intraocular pressure, lubricate the eyes, or treat eye infections? And I think, yes, it is to dilate the eyes. Now, I'm going to bring this over because it was actually really cool once we got to the end. Once we got to the end, it would have said, congratulations, you did it. You solved the challenge. Again, this is a work in process. You guys are like my guinea pigs. It didn't work this time, but that's okay. And it would have kind of did like the little confetti and you did it, you know. It's a trial. I'll get better, I promise. Want to do something a little bit different for this last live session. Okay, now we are gearing up for the final. And as you guys know, on these last midterms and usually finals, I know on Monday we were there a little bit longer because I want to just get a lot of information out. But this evening is going to go back to kind of like our normal. I do have a Quizlet for you. Okay, but this one I'm going to share with you all. I think I put it in the announcements, but I also wanted to paste it here for you as well. This is just concepts and some terms, questions that mimic what you may see on the final. Again, I don't want you guys to stress out. I don't want you to kind of look at it and be like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to, be successful. You will. I promise. You have made it this far. Your hard work is paying off. I'm going to share this because I want to give time allotted for those who have not completed the surveys, and then we're going to come back and do our Kahoots. Now, I am going to paste both links, okay? I'm a true proponent of just self-improvement, okay? So if you haven't taken either survey, here's your opportunity to go ahead and let your voice be heard. I know we're like, survey, 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 but it really does matter because it allows us to kind of see what actually works for you guys and continue to produce a good program. Okay. So if you've taken it, consider this a 5-minute break. This is still going to be a short session, I promise you. But if you haven't, here is your opportunity to really, really, really dive in and let us know good, bad, or if you even have some suggestions that can kind of help as you guys move forward throughout the program to just help you be more successful. Okay. On that, I'm setting the timer now, and I will see everyone back in 5 minutes. Kahoot game that we're going to do. But I know that for me, I like to kind of go back and remember some of the things that I've gone through and done. Okay. So I did create a time capsule for y'all, considering that you guys are at module 3 and about a year from now, you'll be close to graduating, right? If not already. I'd love for you guys to include a couple things, and I actually have the link for you guys that we're going to kind of go over so you can see exactly what this time capsule is. Okay. So, of course, you would put in your email. It doesn't have to be your CBD email, it's whatever email you want, because what I'm going to do is set it up automatically. So, after a year, this comes back to you, not me. Okay. Um, so, this would be your email. What did you learn most in the courses? What was your favorite memory or experience thus far? So you're looking at modules 1 through 3. What are your academic career goals for the next year, which will kind of be cool to come back around and to see, hey, like this is where I am and this is what, I had actually written down. Okay. Then you'll submit it. And then again, I have it so that a year from the time from a year from the time you actually submit it, it will automatically populate for you a year a year from that. So whatever, and this is nothing that you are required to do. Just something that I thought would be cool so that you can kind of reflect as you are preparing yourself for that mock, preparing yourself for job interviews, preparing yourself to walk through the doors of your first job as a certified surgical technologist. So, did I give you guys the link? Yeah. So actually I did not. Here is the link for the time capsule. Okay, so that is the link for the time capsule. Again, this is not a requirement at all, but something that, if you want to kind of look back and be like, okay, yeah, that was pretty cool, or this is what I went through, and now kind of like look where I'm at. Okay. Now, for our last kind of game together, let me sign in really quick and get you guys out of here so you can kind of relax and get ready for your break. Okay. Again, if you are not able to join, of course, you can just type your answer into the chat. 963-338. Of course, you join Kahoot It, or if you have the app on your phone, either one is appropriate. Okay. And I'm not sure how many questions I did for this last one. Usually I tell you guys because I know this time with me trying to do the escape room, that's okay. We live, we learn. Okay, I know that some individuals are driving. I know that some individuals are working. So you guys just kind of like watch if you can. If you're driving, don't worry. I will try to read the questions before. Try. And then we're going to get started. Okay, so 2, 4, there are 7 in. I know 4 can't. There's 8. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So there's 15 questions. True or false? Propofol is used for local anesthesia. True or false? So remember what local means, right? Propofol is going to be for general anesthesia. Okay. Think of Michael Jackson. Like that's when I think of propofol and the white milk medicine, that's what I think of. It's to actually induce, I don't want to say sleep, but because it's not for sleep, but to kind of put a person under general anesthesia. Drug classification affecting neurotransmitter release. Neuromuscular blockers. Keyword, neurotransmitter. We look at the other ones. We know it's not trying to make them get fluid off of their body, which would be a diuretic. It's not a systemic anticoagulant because we're not talking about their blood coagulating or not. And it's not an antibiotic. So process of elimination leaves us with neuromuscular blockers. True or false? Category X drugs are safe during pregnancy. So go back and think about what a category X drug is. Okay, that's going to be the first kind of way to kind of put it into perspective. What is a category X drug? Good job. That is false. Okay, that is false. Common anesthetic for general anesthesia. It's kind of a repeat, asked a different way. Hint, hint. Propofol. See how we did it true or false, and then we turned it around and asked it in like a regular question that you may see on your final exam. Gentamicin is a diuretic. True or false? That is false. By any chance, what is gentamicin?
Antibiotic.
Antibiotic. Yep, good job. Next question. Safe drug use in pregnancy is category A only, C and D, X category A and B. Remember, there's one you can already eliminate. Category A and B only. A and B only. Which drug is a thrombolytic agent? Think about what that means in terms of the term, going back to just medical terminology. TPA. Good job. Okay, so this one may be one you might want to brush up on, at least the concepts before the final, just in case you may see anything. Which drug is linked to ototoxicity? So thinking about the ear. Gentamicin. I hope you guys are picking up a pattern so far on how I'm kind of like grabbing them. You're seeing the concepts more than once. The purpose of a prophylactic antibiotic in surgery is to do what? Think about what prophylactic means. That way you can eliminate and then hone in.
Prevent infection.
Yes, we are trying to prevent them from even happening. Good job. Which drug class is used for anticoagulation in surgery? Again, another concept we had earlier. Asked slightly different. Systemic
anticoagulants.
Yes, now I'm saying it crazy. Systemic anticoagulants. Yes. Common monitoring parameter during surgery. Temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, or respiratory rate. So here we're trying to look at the one that is going to fit the best, because we know we're watching all of these, right? So this one's kind of like, give it your best guess. So the one we're looking at is going to be blood pressure. Yes, we do look at temperature. Yes, we're monitoring heart rate. Yes, we're even monitoring respiratory, but we're really kind of honing in and seeing how they are reacting to what we're doing, medication, even when we're in there in the body. Okay, they're looking at the blood pressure. I know that one was kind of tricky. So it's the one that's the most correct out of the correct ones. Primary function of diuretics like LASIK in surgery. What is one thing we really talked about being really important? When there's too much, yes, reducing that intracranial pressure. Good job. Purpose of acetic acid in surgery. Clot formation, tissue healing, reduce bacterial contamination, or local anesthetic. Reduce bacterial contamination. Yes. My clicker didn't want to click. Number 14. Which anesthetic agent is commonly used for general anesthesia? Same question. Almost looks the same as far as how it's asked. Propofol. Okay, this is going to be the one that we're using. Again, think of Michael Jackson. Okay. And our last question, which drug class is commonly used for anticoagulation during surgery? Commonly used anticoagulation. For your process of elimination. That's correct. Systemic anticoagulants. You guys need to give yourselves a hand. Good job. Good job, everybody. Yes, everybody deserves a hand because pharmacology is not that easy, and you guys did phenomenal this module. Again, I told you this live session is not going to be that long, but for those of you who are watching the session, looking back over the course, what topic or concept did you find most challenging? If you could give one piece of advice to a student starting this program, let's say next month, what would it be? And which skill or concept from this module do you see yourself using in the real operating room? Now, you guys, I got to do my little speech as you guys get ready to go. So bear with me. Now, Module 4 is going to bring you guys new opportunities. It's going to help you discover even more about yourself, and it's going to help you grow. It may feel like you're in the final stretch because you're like, okay, I'm almost done with didactics. I'm about to get into the lab. I'm about to be in the operating room. But I encourage you to approach it with the same focus, the same determination that you guys have shown so far. I want you to trust in that knowledge that you've gained. Here I go again, saying trust the process, because you're going to add on to the knowledge with skills and being able to anticipate. It's going to be able to help guide you through what is going to lie ahead. I also want you to remember that success is not going to come from avoiding the challenges. There are going to be times where you're going to get nervous. That's okay. But from rising to kind of meet them with that confidence and persistence, you're going to know that you got this. I'm asking you guys to believe in yourselves and know that you have what it takes to succeed. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here. I do want to say congratulations on all you've accomplished so far. It has not been easy. Now, this may be the last time that we're scheduled to meet. But I want you to know that I am still here to support you. I didn't want to give you guys my information. If you have any questions, you need anything as you continue to go forward, you guys, I am here for you. So give me a second to copy and paste this for you guys. Doop, doop. Okay, so you have my email address for here and my number. You guys, it's like bittersweet, but I want you to take care. I want you to keep pushing forward and remember that no matter what, you've got this and do not let anyone steal your joy. As it says on the screen, that's all, folks. I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful break, and until next time, good night.
I have a question.
Yes, hold on, do you want me to have it recorded or do you want me to have it?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, okay.
Get like
Or
email.
it could help though. I was looking at the schedule. Do we have an orientation in person on Monday for like the
That,
campus?
that I'm gonna have to ask Miss Shrooms. I see Jasmine said yes. Um,
I looked at the schedule and I know like it had been wrong before, so I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to drive 2.5 hours.
no, I feel you. From what I'm seeing 8 a.m. Oh, you guys are getting your uniforms and your IDs.
Thank you.
So orientation is from 9 to 12. And
I
I'm just getting it
appreciate
from everyone that is sending the chat. So thank you guys. 2.5 hours is a drive.
it. Email
Woo.
me.
Yeah, but it'll be worth it, right?
Oh yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Um, let's see, any other ones? Okay, everyone's saying be there by 8. Orientation's 9 to 12. You guys are getting your uniforms, you're getting your IDs. It's getting real. And then I guess you guys would be you'll get all the information. Make sure you have your pen and paper because they're going to give you guys a lot of good information. Um, so that, and if you have questions, bring questions with you. That way you are able to kind of not have to think on the spot and be like, oh, I forgot. So over the weekend, I would even highly encourage you guys just to kind of start jotting stuff down that you want to ask them, whether it's from scheduling to idea of where you're going to be. Okay, perfect. Tamisha, keep saying your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Um, Said that Miss Stephanie did send something in announcements. So I know that I bombard you guys with a lot of announcements. So just kind of like find her little name and face. And um, from from what I'm seeing, it should be there for you guys. But good question. Good question. And then when in doubt, always reach out to her as well because being the program director, she's gonna have all the information in a lot more detail than unfortunately I'd be able to provide. But there you go.
All right,
Anything
thank you very
else?
much.
You guys are gonna do phenomenal. You guys are gonna do phenomenal. All right. Walk away. I highly encourage you guys just to kind of close the laptop, get into your mindset, and just don't forget to finish that final by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Good night, everybody.